day 51. So, this can be a little bit of a rant, but recently I ran into a coworker who had been following my process while biking to work. And she asked me how that was going, and I told her I hadn't done it in a while. And she was, kind of surprised. She's like, "Oh, but you look like you lost weight." And I was like, "Well, I have. I've actually stopped biking and started fasting on a weekly basis, where I fast 1 week and eat another." And she immediately took the pose of, "Oh my God, I'm so scared for your health. Have you consulted your doctor? Have you, are you okay?" All those opinions that are starting to kind of grate on me, because I get where it's coming from. In America, you're never supposed to do anything without consulting your doctor, which I find ridiculous. And you're also never gonna live without food. Like, food is part of the daily routine. And so to not have food within that daily routine, or not eat 3 meals a day, is mind-boggling. It doesn't compute. And it's like, well, of course you can live without 3 meals a day. In fact, the fact that we eat 3 meals a day is actually too much food for our bodies, which is why the majority of the American people is obese. I mean, we eat way too many calories, we eat way too many meals, and we never actually take breaks. We never starve our body to actually burn off the stored energy, which, to face it, fat is just stored energy for later, because God knows if you're, 10, 20,000 years ago and you're a hunter-gatherer, if you can't find food that day, then guess what? You have to wait till the next day or the next week. And so that is exactly what fat does, is it stores energy for later. So the idea that fasting, or even starvation, whatever you want to call it, right, is bad for you, is hilariously wrong. Now, the only thing that I have seen out there that, scientists and doctors warn about when it comes to fasting is that when you start burning older fat, it could have stored some toxins or a high concentration minerals or something like that. And so long-term fasts, and when I mean long-term, I mean like more than a month, should probably be done with the consultation of a physician. But short-term fasts, as long as you have some meat on your bones, there is nothing wrong with a fast, because it does exactly what it's supposed to, which is clear away some of that stored energy so that you don't need it anymore. And, I feel like I am having to retrain the American population, one person at a time, in going with the saying of this channel, right? You can live beyond food. Food is not the center of the universe. Now, water is. You really should drink a lot of water. Well, actually, that's a whole other story. But you do need water. If you don't have water within 3 days, you'll die. But if I were to be stuck on a desert island, it could last for a couple hundred, days or whatever, on the fat of my body alone, right? As long as I had that fresh water. So you can live beyond food. And that's what I'm doing right now. And so can you.